I did. I took some platforms. I took some mini skirts.
Hi, Madison. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Congratulations on this movie. This is so much fun. I love the mashup of the genres. I'm a time travel girl. I like stick to those
Okay.
movies, and then you have the little bit of slasher in there. For you, when you first read this script or it came across your desk, what excited you the
Yeah.
most?
Yeah, I mean all of the above, but for me I think it was mostly drawn to the genre and the Y2K of it all. In my personal career, hope to do many genres and I feel like this one was like checked a lot of boxes in one and I was really excited about that.
I love that. And you said the Y2K era, which is when I grew up. So automatically going into this, I was hit in the feels, which sort of makes me feel old, but also sort of made me happy to get transported into that time. So in 20 years, when someone's making the time travel movie back to this time,
I know about 2024 and be like,
right? What is like a song or a movie or a fashion thing, not an app, but like something like
okay.
that when you see it on the screen, you'd be like, yeah, I know this is like the 2020s.
2024. Okay. I think we're in, like music wise, I think we're like if I heard a Chapel Roan song, you would know that year in 2024, I feel.
Like people just start doing hot to go and you're just like, got it.
Exactly. Yes, yes. The hot to go, honestly, it'd be like, okay. Like you wouldn't even need to say what year it was for sure.
Right? I love it. I love that Netflix is building this universe with its actors. It reminds me of the old Disney Channel days when I'd get excited when the DCOM would have the people from my favorite shows all in
Yeah.
one. So what is that like getting to come together with everybody and do such a big movie like this?
I mean, it's amazing. I'm super grateful to be doing this with them and building the Netflix fam. It's
Is there
super.
anybody on your bucket list from another show that you're like, yes, put me in a rom-com with them or put me in like a action movie with so and so?
I'm like, I don't know off the top of my head, but there's a long list of people.
There's a message in this movie about, one moment can change your life. I know when Outer Banks came out, it was like in the middle of the craziest time in the world. But did you have a moment after everything settled down when you went out or you were online that you felt like there was a shift in your career and in your life?
Yeah, I think I felt that shift very early on and I mean, it just like what you're like it was all during COVID, so I was in my house and um it was a number on my phone and notifications and that was crazy and then several months later when I was finally out, like I think my first time being in the grocery store, like I had a mask on. Being recognized from here was
Oh,
was
wow.
that moment for me. I'm like, I'm entirely covered. I'm like, I don't even, that's the craziest thing.
That is pretty intense because like someone can put glasses on and you won't recognize who they are. So
For sure.
props
Like
to that
I had my
person.
entire face covered and was getting recognized. So that was pretty surreal to me.
Nice. Do you have a favorite moment in this movie? Because you hit so many of the things of the YA and teen genre that I love. You have the music, you have the going into the high school, you have the makeover scene, all of that. What
Yeah.
scene like is your favorite that you maybe would want on a on a still in your house if you had to frame something?
It has to be the wardrobe montage makeover. Like they're my favorite scenes otherwise. Like in any movie, they're always so fun. And in this one, I think was I mean, it's early 2000s clothes, like all it was just really fun.
Did you get to steal anything from set? Because I feel like I would have stolen some of that stuff.
I did. I took some platforms. I took some mini skirts that they altered for me and I was like, I've never had these fit so well.
I mean,
Yeah.
the good thing is that fashion's coming back, so you're already in style,
For sure.
right?
It does help.
Right. And congratulations. I listened to your song this morning because I saw that you had released a song like bright and early. And so I went and listened to it. And it does give me a feel of like stuff I listened to back then when I was growing up. So what was the inspiration for this song? And are we going to get more music? Because now I'm like, you gave us one, give me the whole thing.
Of course, I mean the inspiration for the song is really just like speaking to who I was when I was a child and wanting to create a message that I wish I would have heard and that's the whole song, um, to bring comfort and yeah, there's definitely more coming.
What was it about this movie that piqued your interest and made you want to say yes?
Well, I love scary movies. I'm a fan of being scared. I'm a fan of directing scary movies. But for me, when I read the script, it was the sisterhood love story. I just completely love movies that have, some sort of like familial drama aspect as well as being suspenseful and exciting, so I was hooked.
Yeah, I love that it kind of had a different balance of those different topics because a lot of times they lean really heavy into that mystery or into the slashing aspect. This really did focus on those sisters. What was it like working with Antonia and Madison and building that chemistry with them?
Both Madison and Antonia are really great actors and really professional. They are very hardworking, and it was a hard shoot, a fast shoot. So they really brought a lot to these characters. They elevated, characters that I already loved off the page, but they made them very special and very of themselves. And then, the fun part was that they actually adored each other in person. They really have incredible chemistry and have a playful energy that feels very much like sisters to me. And so we really just sort of leaned into that and tried to capture it.
That's one thing I love about what Netflix is doing is they're building this kind of universe that reminded me of when I was growing up and we had Disney Channel and your Disney Channel stars from your different shows would all come together and be on the movie of the week or the movie of the month. If you could go with a different genre and pick another Netflix star to be in your movie, like what kind of genre would you want to branch out into?
Well, I love the entire cast of Outer Banks. I would work with any of them in a heartbeat, and I I still really love sort of like the dark spaces of storytelling. Like I was the kid who always picked up the rock and like looked at the bugs underneath and was like, "Ooh, creepy." And so I don't want to stray too far from horror, but I love supernatural stories. And so I think it would be fun to do like a true haunted house movie with any of that cast.